Ladies and gentlemen, American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. As always, we're sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga, as well as check us out on all of our platforms. And I'm wearing my red, white, and Bulldog t-shirt for you today. Well, top stories, Trump and DeSantis. Pretty interesting. Trump has picked up 7 congressmen's endorsements from Florida. DeSantis 1. I'm telling you, folks, Ron DeSantis, he wants to do the exploratory thing. Go ahead. It does him no good to run against Trump and lose. Doesn't do him any good, and that's what's going to happen. 5 million illegal aliens under Joe Biden have come across the border. Think about all the cost to the United States taxpayer. Think about the crime. Think about the children harmed. Think about the burden. Think about the fentanyl. Think about the drugs. Think about the organized crime, the drug. I mean, just think of what Joe Biden is rotting upon. That's rot, not rotting. Rotting. It's a great word. What have thou wrought? What did he wrought upon the United States? It's unbelievable. It's sad. It's sick. It's intentional. It's evil. It's wrong. It's treasonous. Nothing happens. Wages versus inflation. American workers are saying wages are not keeping pace with inflation. What happens? The little guy gets hurt more. This is sick. You know, having spent 8 days in the Hamilton County Justice Center, which the guys that were there that had been in state penitentiaries said the state pen wasn't as bad as the Hamilton County Justice Center. And I'm just telling you, it gave me a whole new perspective on this. And it's this. If you are going to put somebody in jail and prison, you have to be humane. And the bottom line is, most aren't. And it's wrong. It's wrong. How can somebody have it so bad he's eaten up and died by insect bites? It must be true because they transferred 600 inmates out of that place. Crazy. And I've gotten a report that the Carrollton County Jail, there are like 20, 30 people stuck in this little place, sleeping on the floor on top of each other. Sick stuff, folks. And it's wrong. It's wrong. New York woman was shot for pulling in the wrong driveway. First, we have a young black kid shot for knocking on the wrong door. Accidentally. Now we got this beautiful woman shot for pulling in the wrong driveway. What's going on with this country? By the way, it's not the gun. It's not the gun. It's just the way people are just messed up. You know, it is. But you know what? You know who I blame for it? The politicians. The environment that they've created. That's the bottom line. Dominion and Fox, $787 million settlement. You know why they got so much? They actually wanted twice that originally, but you always aim high, right? Is because Fox News didn't want to go through the trial. Bad luck. Fox News is still facing some other lawsuits on this issue. Carrie Lake is up over 20 points in the next Senate race in Arizona if she were to run over all of her primary opponents. Bottom line, if she wants to be the Republican nominee to the United States Senate in Arizona, it's all hers. This is a Bulldog. Every dog has her day. Coming up next, Bulldog TV local news. Welcome to Bulldog TV local news. As always, we're sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga, and check us out on all of our platforms. Well, our lead story today is Cincinnati Reds attendance. Somebody sent me last night a photograph that somebody had taken which shows an empty Cincinnati Reds stadium. You can't make this up. Monday's game against Tampa Bay Rays had a paid attendance of only 7,375 fans. That's the smallest crowd to attend a game in the history of Great American Ballpark. But if you look at the photograph from last night and the night before, there might be paid 7,375. There's probably only 1,000 people at that stadium. I mean, it's bad news, folks. Bad news. And I said this from the get-go. When you're talking about middle-class families, not the well-heeled, but you're talking about middle-class families in the tri-state, and they have only so many entertainment dollars, what do you think FC Cincinnati does to Cincinnati Reds? baseball. It hurts. It hurts. And then when you know you're going to suck, it hurts even more. It's not going to get better anytime soon. In long crime, a 16-year-old boy was killed yesterday in an early morning shooting in Winton Hills. Police arrived at Strand Lane where they found Brandon Burton suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. He later died at the hospitals. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Sad. Tragic. Wrong. You know what? I bash him all day long. Nothing changes. These so-called community leaders, we need to have a task force, we need to have a community forum, we need to have a discussion, we need to have a dialogue bringing all interested people together from law enforcement, from the prosecutor's office, from the mayor's office in the county, and community leaders to see what's going on. No, what you got to do is put bad people in jail. Parents Goldelia Peterson and Jessica Ransom have been indicted on felony charges for an infant's death. The parents had a home birth and did not take the child for medical care. 4 months later, the infant passed away and weighed only 5.9 pounds. Man, they think the baby starved. Starved. You starve your own baby. Local news. A missing man from Covington, Greg Tomasetti, was found dead early Tuesday morning. Rescue party found him dead in his van in the Licking River near Locust Pike Park. Apparently, the man drove the van into the river at the boat ramp location. Sad. The bodies of 2 Indiana University students were discovered on Lake Monroe yesterday. One of the 2 men was Sycamore High School graduate Arian Vaidya, only 20 years old. The men were swimming several hundred yards from the shoreline when they went missing. Whew. Kentucky State news. Over $3.8 million federal dollars were presented to some local Northern Kentucky organizations yesterday. The money was presented for transportation projects and nonprofit organizations. Tank received over $2.8 million of the funds to purchase more hybrid electric diesel buses. Hiking trails at Natural Bridge State Park were closed to the public yesterday. Trails will likely be closed for 3 days as crews clean up from a fire that broke out Monday. The trails will be only a thing shut down. Everything else is business as usual. In Ohio State news, affordable housing developers in Hamilton County have been given more than $31 million. Unbelievable. You know what? Corporate welfare, I don't get it. Money comes from the American Rescue Plan and will help build and preserve affordable housing units. A committee will vote today on an $86 billion 2-year budget from the Ohio House Republicans. The budget lays out plans for an income tax cut and expanding the paid school vouchers program. And in sports, great news. Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin's been medically cleared to resume his football career. Hamlin went into cardiac arrest. The Reds lost 10-0. By the way, at the risk of ripping a scab off something, do you know what Damar Hamlin said at the press conference? He died. Thank God he came back to life. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Good for Damar Hamlin. Coming up next, James Spinley and his world news.
G'day Bulldog Nation. Today's world news. A children's cat hunting competition in New Zealand has been cancelled following backlash to the event's organisers of an annual hunt were criticised after they announced a new category for kids to hunt feral cats. Youngsters were told not to kill pets, but otherwise encouraged to kill as many feral cats as possible for a prize of $150. Unbelievable. A hospital fire in Beijing, China last night had a patient perched outside air conditioning units and people using bed sheets to escalate down the walls. At least 29 people, most of them patients, were killed. 12 people detained by police for questioning. At least 2 people were killed when a landslide buried dozens of trucks at the Takhan border crossing into Pakistan. Vehicles were waiting to cross into Afghanistan when the incident happened before dawn this morning. A photographer is refusing a prestigious award after admitting to being a cheeky monkey, generating the prize-winning image by using artificial intelligence. The German artist known as Boris revealed on his website that he was not accepting the prize for the Creative Open category. And in sports, Real Madrid and AC Milan both advanced to the Champions League semi-final. Until tomorrow, have a brilliant day and thank you for watching.